Robert Booth had one of those jobs with a title that makes you think, wow, I bet he's got some stories. The job? Spy hunter. He worked in the State Department, both in the Bureau of Diplomatic Security and in the Office of Counterintelligence.
He is out with a book called State Department Counterintelligence, Leaks, Spies and Lies. So we had to know why, as a guy whose job it was to keep people from talking, he decided to write a book.
The reason why I wanted to write the book is because I've been someone who's always enjoyed reading books about Nancy Drew, Hardy Boys, Sherlock Holmes, and I enjoyed reading about people who investigate problems, investigate crimes or whatever. And then years later, I became a crime solver. And so I thought that, could I write a book about that? Is it really interesting? And then towards the end of my career, I felt as though I had enough cases that I'd been involved in that I'd like to write about them, and also give a little credit to the Bureau of Diplomatic Security at the State Department, which is not that well known.
And one of the first cases you write about is this couple that started giving away secrets to Cuba. And one of the things that was so interesting about it to me is, even as they get caught, they're really unapologetic about it. Was that generally the case with people that you found that were spies?
Of the ones that I investigated, Kendall and Gwendolyn represented the most unrepentant. There are other people like Donald Lieber, there are other individuals like Geneva Jones, who were very repentant at the end. One named Stephen Lawless, who actually spied for the Greek intelligence service, and I don't talk about it in my book, was not only unrepentant, he is now found in Greece and has found a new home. So it all depends on the motivations, and those who are more ideologically based, like Kendall and Gwendolyn, they're completely unrepentant.
One of the things that you talk about in there is about the way in which you have to go about doing some of this counterintelligence work. In some sense, the walls that are put up between departments to help work against spying also work against you catching spies.
In the counterintelligence community, there's always something called trust. And when I first met my FBI colleagues or CIA colleagues or NSA colleagues, they really didn't know who I am. And so it took a time for them to get to know who I was, and can I trust Robert with this very sensitive information that comes from human resources or electronic interceptions, and can Robert be trusted? And that's just how the community is. And the community is really there so that the identities of the CIA spies or the modes by which the NSA intercept information truly remains protected, because if that becomes compromised, then it's really deadly for our intelligence services.
Well, and along the same lines, though, even throughout all these walls, people are still able to get in. They're still able to become spies because they do gain the trust of people. Is there anything that you find in common with the people that you were able to stop over the years?
The whole program, that once you obtain a security clearance, the trust starts to build up. But if you're already a betrayer, you've already come in with a sense, we always have to keep in mind that spies are very good at what they do. They've been trained. So to really catch them once they've got that initial top secret clearance is extraordinarily hard. Very hard.
And in some of these cases, people didn't get the top secret security clearance and still find a way to get secrets because they still find a way to make people trust them.
That's absolutely true. And there's a case that I don't talk about. It's called Bitter Enemy, and it was 3 University of Wisconsin students who was recruited by the Eastern European Intelligence Service. And although they never really got security clearances, by coming to Washington, D.C., developing friends within the academic community, going to after-hour college courses where State Department people were coming, developed friendships, and were actually able to, unfortunately, develop a lot of information. That is going to be my second book.
So when you've been working in this business as long as you have, do you trust anybody? I mean, how hard is it for you? Okay,
my wife and my daughter.
That's
good. She's laughing. When you share really sensitive information, especially with my FBI colleagues, we truly understood each other. We knew we were sharing things. When the case was not compromised, in other words, we finally arrested these people and we went to jail, then we really realized amongst our community. The sad thing is, and again, it's not in my book, is Robert Hanssen. Robert Hanssen was within 1 week of letting Gusev and the Russians know that we were onto them putting the bug inside the State Department. 1 week away.
So
everyone trusted him. He was an FBI supervisory special agent of 28 years.
Timing is everything.
For us, that was luck.